Hi, welcome to the video. In today's video, I'm going to solve linear programming problem by simplex method. The problem type is maximization problem and this is the objective function max z is equal to 2x1 plus 3x2. Subject to the constraints, the first constraint is 2x1 plus x2 less than equal to 12. The second constraint is x1 plus 3x2 less than equal to 15. We have two constraints and here the condition is x1 comma x2 should be greater than equal to 0. Let's start solving the problem. First take down the objective function. The objective function is max z is equal to 2x1 plus 3x2 and we have two constraints. First the constraints, if we see it is less than equal, so we need to add a slack variable for both the constraint. The first constraint is 2x1 plus x2, so I'm adding a positive slack variable, so plus s1 is equal to 12. This is equation 1. So after adding slack variable, we are converting into equation. Next, second constraint, x1 plus 3x2. Now I am adding second positive slack variable plus s2. That is equal to 15. This is second equation. Now in the question we had only x1 and x2. That was the variable which was arrived. Now after adding the slack variable, we have totally 4 variable. So that is x1, comma x2, comma s1, comma s2 greater than equal to 0. So after adding the slack variable, we also should add this slack variable in the objective function also. So the coefficient of this slack variable in the objective function will be 0. So 0 s1 plus 0 s2. So we have to add the slack variable in the objective function also. The coefficient value for the slack variable will be 0. So this is the first step we have to do. Next, these values has to be allotted in the initial simplex table to find the optimum solution. So this is initial simplex table. So in this table, we'll be having basic variable and this is coefficient of the objective function. So here these are the basic variables we have taken from the objective function. From the objective function, so in objective function, what are the variables we have? x1, x2, s1, s2. These are the basic variables have taken in the simplex table. And coefficient value of these basic variables from the objective function we need to write. So x1's coefficient value is 2. So write down 2. x2's coefficient value is 3. And s1 coefficient value is 0. And s2 coefficient value is 0. And the next thing, we have to take down the constraint values. In this two constraint, the new arrived variable is s1 and s2. That we have to take down. That basic variable we have to take down this side. So that is s1 and s2. And the coefficient value of this s1 and s2 is 0 only. Now assign the first constraint value. So S1 is arrived in first constraint. So that take down the first constraint value. So the first constraint value x1 value is 2. So straight to x1 you have to write down the constraint value, that is 2, and x2 value is 1. S1 is arrived in first constraint, so that it is 1. S2 is not there in first constraint, it is 0, and solution is 12. So write down 12. And S2 is arrived in the second constraint. So second constraint value we have to write. So x1 is 1, x2 is 3, S1 is not there in second constraint, so it is 0, and S2 is there, so it is 1, and solution is 15. So from the objective function and from the constraint, the values now we have assigned in the initial simplex table. So now after assigning, we have to find the Zj value. Okay. So how to find the Zj value? The coefficient basic value of S1 and S2, that is 0, 0. Okay. We have to multiply this value for each column now. So that is the Zj value. I'll show you now. So that is first 0 into 2. 0 into 2 plus 0 into 1. 0 into 1. So that is equal to, so 0 into 2 is 0, 0 into 1 is 0. So 0 plus 0 is 0. Next, second column we have to multiply. 0 into 1 plus 0 into 3. So 0 into 1 is 0 plus 0 into 3 is 0. So 0 will get. Again third column we have to multiply. 0 into 1, 0. 0 into 0, 0. So again we'll get 0. See, when the coefficient basic value is 0, anything multiplied with 0 is 0. So the coefficient basic value for the 0, if you multiply with each column, the value will be 0. So you can write down here for all the values 0. So we'll get 0 only when you calculate also. So we got the Zj value now. Now after finding Zj value, we have to find Cj minus Zj. So before finding this value, we have optimality condition. Optimality condition is nothing but to check whether we have got the optimum solution or not. After finding Zj, now let us find Cj minus Zj. So we have Cj, we have Zj. Let us do. So 2 minus 0. So we have minus here. So 2 minus 0, 2. 3 minus 0, 3. 0 minus 0, 0. 0 minus 0, 0. So now we got Cj minus Zj value. Now to check whether we have got the optimum solution, we have the optimality condition. So we have to know that optimality condition first. So this is the optimality condition. For maximization problem, the Cj minus Zj value should be less than or equal to 0. That means we should have negative or 0 values, but not greater than 0 value. So if we have like that, we have reached our optimum solution. For if the problem type is minimization problem, Cj minus Zj should be greater than or equal to 0. That means 0 or greater than 0. That is positive values. In that case, then we have reached the optimum solution. Now check in our problem the Cj minus Zj value. So for maximization problem, so Cj minus Zj should be less than equal to 0. But here if you see zeros we have, but we have greater than 0 value, that is 2 and 3. So these are the two positive values, that is greater than 0. So we didn't get our optimum solution. So we need to proceed this problem again. So what we have to do now, in this two positive value that is greater than 0, we have to take down the maximum value. So 2 and 3. So in this the maximum value is 3. So this we need to consider. So this column you have to select. So this column we need to select, but just we need to select the S1 and S2 values in this column. Okay, so this column we call as an key column. So this column is called as an key column. So after finding key column, we need to find the ratio. This is the next step. So the ratio, how to find the ratio? The ratio formula is solution divided by key column. This is the formula. So solution is here and key column we have got now. So 12 divided by 1. 12 divided by 1, that is equal to 12. 15 divided by 3, that is equal to 5. So 15 divided by 3, that is equal to 5. Now we found the ratio. Now in ratios, we have to take down the minimum value. We need to consider the minimum value. So the minimum value is here 5. Okay, so this row we need to select now up to solution. Okay, up to solution we need to select. So this row is called as key row. This is called as key column and this is called as key row. And now both key row and key column is being intersected at this point. Okay, the value is 3. This is called as key value. This value is called as key value. The key value here is 3. So I'll repeat again. So this is key column, this is key row, and this is nothing but key value, the point which is getting intersected, both key row and key column at this point. So it is key value. So at this point, the intersection, we got the key value. Now this value is nothing but the S2 value in the row side. Okay, the S2 value is the outgoing variable. The key row we have selected now, that is S2. So the S2 will be the outgoing variable, and the key column we have selected now, that is incoming variable. So S2 is being replaced by X2. So in the next table, in place of S2, I am going to take X2. So this is outgoing variable, this is incoming variable. So now we need to proceed this problem. So now we are starting our iteration 1. This is iteration 1. This was simplex table, just we assigned the value and we found the Cj minus Zj. We didn't get the optimum solution. So we were proceeding again. To proceed only, I selected key column, key row and key value. Now we need to find the new value. And that new value has to be assigned in this table. So this is iteration 1. So now see, S2 is replaced by X2. Okay. So in place of S2, I am taking X2. Okay. S1 remains same. S1 remains same. Now what we have to do, the coefficient value of all this basic variables. See, same thing in this table also. Basic variable is x1, x2, s1, s2 from the objective function, and the coefficient value will be same. So 2, 3, 0, 0. And the coefficient value of s1 is 0. But now x2 coefficient value changes. What is the x2 coefficient value? 3. So assign 3 here for x2 value. So now we have to find the new value for S1 and X2. The first value we have to find now for the key row. In this table, in initial simplex table, which is the key row? S2 is the key row. Now this for S2 row, we have to find the new value and that will be assigned in X2 because S2 is replaced by X2. So how to find the new value? So complete row has to be divided by the key value. The key value is here what? 3. So the complete row has to be divided by key value. That is 1 divided by 3. That is 1 by 3. Assign here. Next 3 divided by 3. 3. 0 divided by 3. 0. So here 3 divided by 3 is 1. Not 3. It is 1. Okay. So 0 divided by 3 is 0. 1 divided by 3 is again 1 by 3. Then 15 divided by 3 will get 5. That is equal to 5. So now we got new value for x2. Next we need to find the new value for s1. So to find the new value for s1, we have the formula. We have to take down the formula first. This is the formula. We have to find the new value for s1. So new value is equal to old value minus corresponding key column value into corresponding key row value divided by key value. Okay. Now we have to substitute all the values in this formula now. Let us see how to substitute. See, this is for this row only we are going to find the new value. So these are the old values. Old values means these are the old values which is there already in the table. Now we have to find the new value and assign here. So the first old value is, okay, 2. So write down here in the old value 2 minus the corresponding key column value for 2 is 1, because for the key value, which along with key value, which value is selected in this row? That is 1. Okay. So the corresponding key column value will be 1 only. For all the values also, the corresponding key column value will be 1, because this is selected along with key value in the column side. So this will be the corresponding key column value. Okay. So write down here 1 into corresponding key row value. For 2, which is the opposite value? 1. So this is corresponding key row value. So into 1 divided by key value is what? 3. Write down 3. Now simplify this. 2 minus 1 into 1 is 1 by 3. That is equal to 3 2s are 6 minus 1 by 3. That is 5 by 3. So assign here 5 by 3. Okay. Next we have to find for x2. For x2 we need to find. So the old value in this table is 1. Okay. So write down 1 minus the corresponding key column value will be 1 only. Okay. So write down 1 into corresponding key row value. For 1, which is the opposite value? 3. So 3 divided by key value is what? 3 only. So write down 3. So that is equal to 1 minus 1 into 3 is 3 divided by 3. So here 3 get cancels one time. So that is 1 minus 1. So we get 0. So assign 0 here. Next S1 we need to find. So in the old table, the old value of S1 is 1. Write down here 1 minus the corresponding key column will be 1 only. For all the values, corresponding key column value will be 1 only. Okay, 1 into corresponding key row value. For 1, opposite value is what? 0. 0 divided by key value is what? 3 only. Key value also is same only for all. So that is equal to 1 minus 1 into 0 is 0 divided by 3. That is 1 minus 0 divided by 3 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Assign 1 here. This is the new value of S1. Now we are going to find the value for S2. So the S2 old value in the table is 0. 0 minus, then the corresponding key column value is 1 only. 1 into corresponding key row value opposite to 0, 1 divided by the key value is 3 only. So 0 minus 1 into 1, 1 by 3. That is equal to 0 minus 1 by 3 is minus 1 by 3. So write down here, assign minus 1 by 3. Next, the next old value for solution also we have to find. The next old value for the solution is 12 in the table, the previous table. So 12 minus, again the corresponding key column value is 1 only. 1 into corresponding key row value is, for 12 it is 15 divided by key value 3. So 12 minus 15 into 1, 15 by 3. So 3 ones are 3 5s are. Okay, so 12 minus 5, that is equal to 7. So assign 7 here. Now we got all the new values for the S1 after substituting in the formula. So now again we need to find the Zj value. So how to find the Zj value? So Zj value is nothing but the coefficient basic value of S1 and X2, that is 0 and 3, has to be multiplied with each column now again. Okay, so let us do. So 0 into 5 by 3 plus 3 into 1 by 3. So 0 into 5 by 3 is 0 plus 3 get cancelled, so 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. So write down here 1. Next is 0 into 0. Next 3 into 1. So 0 into 0, 0 plus 3 into 1, 3. So what we get, 0 plus 3 is 3. Assign here. Next 0 into 1 plus 3 into 0. 0 into 1, 0 plus 3 into 0, 0. So that is equal to 0. Assign here. Next 0 into minus 1 by 3 plus 3 into 1 by 3. That is equal to 0 into minus 1 by 3 is 0 plus, again 3 get cancels here. So 1. Okay. So 1, that is 0 plus 1 is 1. So assign here 1. If you multiply also here, 3 into 1 is 3. 3 by 3 is again 1 only. So 1. That is equal to 0 plus 1 is 1. I have written here 1. Next is 0 into 7. Solution also we need to find. Up to solution we have to find the value. 0 into 7 plus 3 into 5. That is equal to 0 into 7, 0 plus 3 into 5, 15. So 0 plus 15 is 15. Assign this 15 here. So now we got Zj value. Next what we have to find? We have to find Cj minus Zj. So we have Cj value, we have Zj value. Now let us find the value. 2 minus 1. So we'll get 1. 2 minus 1, 1. Next 3 minus 3. That is 0. 0 minus 0, 0. 0 minus 1, we get minus 1. Now we need to check again whether we have reached the optimality condition. So for Cj minus Zj, for maximization problem, what? all the values should be less than or equal to 0. Check all the values whether it is less than or equal to 0. 3 values okay. See, less than is one negative value and it is equal to 0. But 1 again greater than value you have. Greater than 0. That is 1 we have. So again we should proceed the problem. So this is the one and only maximum value that is greater than 0. So select this value and select this column as now key column. Again same procedure we are going to repeat it. Okay, still because we didn't reach our optimality condition. So this is key column. Now find the ratio. So solution divided by key column, that is 7 divided by 5 by 3. 7 divided by 5 by 3. So we get 7 into 3, 21 by 5. Next is 5 divided by 1 by 3. So we get 15. Now in these two values, which is the minimum value? So 15 is 1, 121 by 5. 21 by 5 is minimum value because we get 4.2. So 4.2 and 15. So the minimum value is 4.2. Now select this row as the key row. Okay. This row you need to select as the key row. Up to solution you select. So this row as the key row. So now after selecting this, now the outgoing variable will be S1 and the incoming variable will be X1 because the key value here now it is 5 by 3. Key column we found, key row we found. At this point both key row and key column is getting intersected. So this is nothing but key value. Now S1 is outgoing variable, X1 is incoming variable. So in the next table in place of S1 I am going to replace with X1. So now again we are proceeding with iteration 2. And now so the outgoing variable was S1 and the incoming variable was X1. Now we have to replace this and assign in the new table now. Okay. So same thing again in this table, basic variable, that is from the objective function we have to write down, and the coefficient value of this basic variable from the objective function we have to write down. Then now see S1 is replacing by X1. Okay, write down here X1 and the X2 is going to remain same. X2 is going to remain same now. So now the coefficient value of X1 is 2 and X2 is 3. So that we have to write down. And now after writing this, I have told you first we have to find the key row value. For the key row value, this is the key row value which we have got in the iteration 1. So this value we have to replace and assign the new value in the iteration 2 table. So to find the new value, the complete row has to be divided by key value. Here the key value is 5 by 3. So the complete row we need to divide by key value, that is 5 by 3. So 5 by 3 divided by 5 by 3, that is equal to 1. So assign 1 here. Next 0 divided by 5 by 3, that is 0. Assign 0. Next 1 divided by 5 by 3. So we get 3 by 5. 3 by 5. Next is minus 1 by 3 divided by 5 by 3. So we will get, here see minus, I will show you minus 1 by 3 divided by 5 by 3. So that is equal to minus 1 by 3. This one we have to reciprocal it. So it becomes 3 by 5. So 3 get cancelled. So we get minus 1 by 5. So assign this minus 1 by 5. Next is 7 divided by 5 by 3. So same thing again. See here 7 divided by 5 by 3. So this can be written as 7 by 1 into 3 by 5. 7 can be written as 7 by 1. 7 by 1 is 7 only. Into reciprocal is 3 by 5. So we get it was 7 3 is a 21 divided by 5 1 is a 5. That is 21 by 5. Assign here 21 by 5. Next we need to find the x2 new value. To find this x2 new value, we have to write down the formula. See here, one thing I'll repeat again. Here for the key row, there is no any formula. Whichever the key row we have got, no, that row completely has to be divided by key value. The other row is there, no. For that row only, we need to apply the formula and we need to find the value. So now let us find the new value. First new value we have to find for the x1. So take down from the table, previous table, that is iteration 1. So here in x1 at this row, the old value is 1 by 3. So write down 1 by 3 minus corresponding key column value. So the corresponding key column value will be what? Which is key value for us? This is key value. Along with this, which is the value selected in the column? That is 1 by 3. So this 1 by 3 will be corresponding key column value for this all the values. Okay. So in corresponding key column value, what we have to write down? 1 by 3. So here 1 by 3 into corresponding key row value. Now for this value, which is the opposite value, this one 5 by 3. So write down 5 by 3. Divided by key value is what here? Again 5 by 3. So write down 5 by 3. Now simplify this. So 1 by 3 minus, see here 5 by 3 cancels one time. Okay, so 1 by 3 into 1 is 1 by 3. So plus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3. That is equal to 0. Assign this value here. 0. Now next value we need to find for x2. So the x2 value here in this row. Okay, that is 1. Old value. 1 minus corresponding key column value. That is 1 by 3 only. So 1 by 3 into corresponding key row value. Opposite to this 0. So write down here 0 divided by the key value is what? 5 by 3. So write down 5 by 3. So that is 1 minus 1 by 3 into 0 is 0 divided by 5 by 3. That is 1 minus 0 divided by 5 by 3 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. So write down this value here 1. Next, old value is 0. So 0 minus corresponding key column value is 1 by 3. 1 by 3. Next key row value is 1 divided by key value is 5 by 3. So 0 minus 1 by 3 into 1. That is 1 by 3 divided by 5 by 3. So here, so minus 1 by 3 reciprocal is this. 3 by 5. 3 get cancels. So we get minus 1 by 5. So write down here minus 1 by 5. Next old value is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 minus corresponding key column value is 1 by 3 into corresponding key row value. For this it is minus 1 by 3 divided by key value is 5 by 3. So 1 by 3 minus, so here 1 into 1, 1, 3 3s are 9. So we get plus into minus minus. So we get minus 1 by 9 divided by 5 by 3. So that is equal to 1 by 3 minus into minus plus 1 by 9 reciprocal at this. So you will get 3 by 5 here. Okay, so here 3 1s are 3 3s are. So that is equal to, I'll write down, I'm going to simplify this. That is equal to 1 by 3. This is separately we are doing. Plus, so 1 into 1, 1, 3 5s are 15. So now we got 1 by 3 plus 1 by 15. So that is we need to take down LCM now. That is for 1 by 3 plus 1 by 15. LCM will be 15. I'll show you how to take down the LCM. So now see, divided by 15 overall. Again the numerator is 1 by 3. The first value is 1 by 3 into 15 plus 1 by 15 into 15. So 3 1s are 3 5s are 15 15 get cancels. So what we have remaining? So 5 into 1 5 plus 1 we have 1 divided by 15. So that is equal to 6 by 15. So this is a value we have got for S2. Okay, all this is for S2 till here. So 6 by 15. So write down here 6 by 15. Next old value is 5. So write down 5 minus formula corresponding key column value. So the corresponding key column value is 1 by 3 only. So 1 by 3 into corresponding key row value. For 5 it is 7. So 7 divided by key value. It is 5 by 3. simplify this. 5 minus, so here you get 7 by 3 divided by 5 by 3. That is equal to 5 minus, we get reciprocal it again. 3 get cancels. So that is equal to 5 minus 7 by 5. So 5 5 is 25. 25 minus 7 divided by 5. So that is equal to 18 by 5. So write down this value here. 18 by 5. Now we found all new values for x1 and x2. Now we need to find zj value. So zj value is nothing but the coefficient basic value, that is coefficient basic value of x1 and x2, that is 2 and 3 has to be multiplied with each column now. So first is 2 into 1 plus 3 into 0, that is equal to, we get 2. So assign 2. Next 2 into 0 plus 3 into 1. So that is equal to 3. So write down 3. Next 2 into 3 by 5 plus 3 into minus 1 by 5. That is equal to 2 3s are 6. 6 by 5. 3 into minus 1 minus 3 by 5. So denominator are same. So that let us subtract directly 6 minus 3. That is 3 by 5. So write down here 3 by 5. Next is 2 into minus 1 by 5. 2 into minus 1 by 5 plus 3 into 6 by 15. That is equal to 2 into minus 1 is minus 2 by 5 plus 3 into 6 is 18 by 15. Now take down the LCM. I have taught you how to take the LCM. So the LCM will be 15 now. So we get here 6 plus 18. So that is equal to 12 by 15. So assign here 12 by 15. Next is 2 into 21 by 5. 2 into 21 by 5 plus 3 into 18 by 5. That is equal to 2 into 21, 42 by 5 plus 3 into 18, 54 by 5. So denominator are same. So we need to add the numerator. 42 plus 54, 96 by 5. So here write down 96 by 5. So now we got Zj value. Now let us find Cj minus Zj. We have Cj, Zj. So find the Cj minus Zj. So we have minus sign. So 2 minus 2. So 0. 3 minus 3 plus 3 minus 3. So 0. 0 minus 3 by 5. That is minus 3 by 5. 0 minus 12 by 15. Minus 12 by 15. So now check whether we have reached our optimality condition. Now see, our problem type was maximization. So the optimality condition for maximization is Cj minus Zj should be less than equal to 0. Now check whether we have got all the values that is less than or equal to 0. Yes, we have got the negative value and 0, but there is no positive value that is greater than 0. Now we got the optimum solution. So now need not to proceed the iteration again. Now therefore, the optimum solution of max z is equal to, see in Zj value, in Zj row, just take down the solution value. What is the solution value in the Zj? That is 96 by 5. So this is the optimum solution of z value. So 96 by 5. And x1 is nothing but again in x1 row, what is the solution value? 21 by 5. That is the value of x1. And x2 is equal to, so x2, what is the solution value of x2? That is 18 by 5. So this, we have found the optimum solution. So z value is equal to 96 by 5 at x1 is equal to 21 by 5 and x2 is equal to 18 by 5. Thank you for watching.